For decades, Venezuela sat on some of the richest mineral deposits on the planet, yet almost none of it reached international markets. In 2026, that is changing, and it starts with the law. For years, the mining sector was locked into a rigid, state-controlled model. Government monopolies managed everything, from extraction to marketing, and international partners had very little room to operate. The result? Mining contributed less than 1% to the national GDP, despite the country holding world-class deposits of gold, iron ore, bauxite, and critical minerals like coltan and nickel. In January 2026, the Venezuelan government initiated a historic update to the mining law. The central idea is simple: to replace rigid state monopolies with a flexible scheme of strategic alliances. Under this new model, private and international partners can form strategic alliances with real operational autonomy. That means the right to directly market minerals and manage revenue through dedicated foreign currency accounts, bypassing the state bottlenecks that paralyzed the sector for years. The strategic goal? To grow the mining sector from less than 1% to between 8 and 12% of GDP over the next decade. That would make mining one of the primary engines of Venezuela's economic recovery. Now, when we talk about investing in mining anywhere in the world, one of the first questions is, how much does the government take? In Venezuela, this has historically been one of the biggest barriers. Under the old regime, when you added up income tax at 34%, value-added tax at 12%, municipal taxes, royalties, exploitation levies, and the special advantage contributions, the effective government take could reach anywhere between 65 and 80% of your operating profit. That is one of the highest rates in the entire region, and it made a lot of projects simply unviable. The 2026 mining law will introduce something far more practical: a sliding scale royalty system. Instead of a fixed rate, royalties will now range from 15 to 30%, adjusted according to 3 factors: geological complexity, production costs, and current market prices. What does that mean in practice? It means that smaller deposits or technically challenging projects in the Andes or the Guiana Shield can now be economically viable for private operators, because their royalty burden adjusts downward. And for larger high-margin projects, the government still captures a fair share. It is a system designed to make more projects bankable while keeping the fiscal framework competitive with neighboring countries. Now, this is the question that comes up first in almost every conversation. If Venezuela is under U.S. sanctions, how can American companies even participate? The answer lies in the U.S. participation framework, reshaped by executive orders issued in January 2026. It works like a conditional bridge. It selectively rolls back certain sanctions to allow U.S.-led joint ventures to operate, but only under strict conditions. First, the companies undergo an OFAC compliance review. Then, they establish restricted accounts to manage revenue transparently. Third, all minerals must meet conflict-free certification standards, including CRSCO standards, such as NI 43-101 and OECD due diligence protocols. Once these requirements are met, the joint venture can market minerals directly to Western buyers. This is a significant geopolitical shift. Venezuela is actively redirecting its mineral exports away from traditional BRICS partners and toward what analysts are calling a Western Hemisphere corridor, primarily the United States and Europe. For U.S. and European mining companies, this opens a window that simply did not exist 12 months ago. But it is important to be clear: the U.S. participation framework is not a blank check. It is a structured, compliance-heavy pathway. For companies willing to follow the rules, it provides legal certainty in a market with enormous upside. All right, so we have covered the legal framework, the new royalty structure, and the sanctions pathway. Now let us talk about what makes the economics even more attractive. The Venezuelan government has rolled out a package of tax incentives specifically designed to lower the cost of getting operations off the ground. This includes temporary exemptions on VAT and import duties for specialized mining equipment, relief on municipal taxes, and a January 2026 decree that exonerates hydrocarbon fuels from VAT and import taxes. For a capital-intensive industry like mining, where equipment costs can make or break a project's feasibility, these exemptions are significant. But here is the detail that often gets the most attention in investment meetings. The foreign investment decree now allows up to 85% capital repatriation after 5 years. That is a major shift. For international investors, knowing you can get the vast majority of your capital back is critical to making the investment case. Combined with the sliding scale royalties and the tax exemptions, the overall cost structure starts to look very different from what it was just a year ago. It does not eliminate risk, but it changes the math in a way that puts Venezuela on the map for serious mining investors. Let us bring it all together. The legal and regulatory landscape in Venezuela has undergone a fundamental transformation in 2026. State monopolies are giving way to joint ventures. Royalties are now flexible. The U.S. participation framework provides a compliant pathway for Western investment, and the tax incentive package, including 85% capital repatriation, significantly improves the financial case. In our next video, we will explore the actual mineral portfolio, from gold and iron ore to the critical minerals driving the global energy transition. Stay with us.